introduce you to Matt and Janusz. Come on up, guys. I got seats for you up front. You're on the hot seat. And I did not ask them to wear the same jacket, but they did. Same jacket over here. Or let's not stand. You guys can stand if you want to stand. You want to stand? Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys questions, and they're really softball questions, so nothing too hard. And you can tell this fabulous audience, which is a mixture of stylists and people who are interested in J.Hilburn as a business. You both have heard me say that I would love to find more people like me to be in this business. So there are several people in this room that fit that bill. And we're trying to help them understand who are our clients. You know, what makes J.Hilburn special to them. So I would start with, Janusz, why don't you tell a little bit about how you came to find J.Hilburn?
It was a really interesting story. So we needed to remodel our house, and I called a friend who recommended Christine. So she came out to our house, and we realized that she does staging but not interior decoration. So we're like, oh, that's interesting but kind of disappointing. But as we were walking down the stairs, she's like, what else are you interested in? I said, well, I kind of always like to have a custom-made shirt. She's like, I can do that. And off she went after an hour of time spending with it. Off she went with her luggage upstairs, and that was my first shirt cut.
And Matt, how did you come to find me?
Through my wife, I think it was, yeah. And yeah, we knew you did the staging, and then you solicited her to contact me.
I did.
I think. Is that
Yeah,
about-
that's right. Our kids went to school together, which is how we know each other.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Matt had actually shopped with somebody as a personal shopper before he met me, and you may still shop with her. I don't know, do you still shop with her?
Hey, man,
You're not talking about that. No double dipping. And what's been fun about working with both of these people for me is that Janusz and I have gone through our early honeymoon, then we had another stylist who worked with him who was actually the person that introduced me to him. She ended up joining my team. She worked with him for a while, and then she went away. And then Janusz and I just met recently. And tell me a little bit about what you saw when you came back for a second look at what we were doing now versus 8 years ago.
So I have a little more gray hair now, and I always really wanted to, like, it was important to me to look good for myself, not for anyone else, but just for myself, so that everything can kind of fit in and pieces match to my style, who I am as a person, and what I want to project to the world. And I came back to you first to help my dad get a suit, because my dad turned 70, and I wanted to give him a gift. So I said, what would be a gift? Like, you can give him something, but I wanted for him to have an experience. So we came in, and we did a really beautiful suit for him, and he's just, you know, he's a really stylish 70-year-old man. So, and I came back and I said, look, I want to refresh what I have, and we just finished.
Yeah, and you've changed careers.
I've changed careers.
Why don't you tell them what you do?
So I'm an executive coach. So I work with executives in terms of their business, in terms of their personal lives, in terms of like what do they want to create in the world. So, you know, to me, I think how we are presented, who we are, it really makes a big difference. And I just want to be me. So that's me. And you help me kind of highlight that. And I like that a lot.
And Matt, tell the audience a little bit about what you do for work and how you need to dress.
Okay, I talk on the phone, and so I don't really need to dress very nicely. I can wear jeans, I can't wear shorts or anything, but I just actually like to look nice, and then I wanted clothes for going out mostly. So we made some custom-made shirts just for work because I was buying them off the rack and they didn't really fit my body, and then you were able to make them fit better. So then I switched over to making more kind of fun outside clothes,
Yeah.
and that's been really good for me. So
But you've done something in the last few years that changed how
yeah.
clothes
So
fit you.
I started boxing, and then I lost weight, and so that's been a change for me because my body's been reshaped, and so I have now I get tighter fitting clothes and try to look good, and, you know, and, so yeah, it's been fun for that because I can, you know, look good doing that.
Yeah. What do you like best about J.Hilburn, Matt?
You? Yeah. Yeah, I like you. Yeah, that's kind of like the main thing, really.
She's looking for money.
She's looking for money.
I get nervous talking in front of a crowd. But, I think the clothes are they're good, they're really good, they're not super expensive. I've had a couple other pieces made that don't fit as well, and so I've come to appreciate the little touches that you can put into it. And when it's not right, you can fix it, and I don't feel like it's a burden to fix it, so I think you and the company have been good. I do wish they were a little bit more fun and less older gentleman look. You know, it's more like flashy styles or whatever.
This is California.
That's, I just said it's California.
And Janusz, would you say the same?
I agree. I think, well, it's a relationship, right? This is not a transactional business. Like, it's a relationship that we've established, and I know that if anything does not fit or something does not fit, that, you know, Christine will take care of it. And we can always go to shop somewhere else, right? But I think that I think the personal touch, number one, and the way the clothes fit, really. And I just had a jacket done, and it just doesn't fit well, and we just taking it back, and it's going to be redone, and that feels really good to me. I agree to some extent. It would be a little more fun element to it. So we try to. So for example, let's say we choose a material, right, and then Christine does it. She makes it fun with like buttons, with stitching that matches.
Looks great.
Stitching.
Model match.
Oh,
Right.
he's got stamps on his shirt.
Right. So that element adds some really beautiful like ambiance. It feels good. So that's what makes it fun, right? But I think it would be nice to have some like
Crazy.
fun.
Fabrics. Crazier.
But even just the buttons on your shirt make that very eye-catching. You know, it's,
And personal.
Yes. Yes. Very much.
And I would throw it to any of the potential stylists that are here. Do you have any questions for the guys? I mean, feel free to ask them.
I have a good one.
You got a good one? Go ahead.
Yes.
She's not a potential
Does it
stylist.
bother you when your stylist picks up the phone and calls you and says, "Hey, Janusz, I've got something new. I need to see you."
Have you ever read the book called Hug Your Customers?
Hug your customers?
Hug Your Customers. Right, that's right. Hug Your Customers. So that's like, the book was written like 20 years ago, right? But it's classic. So the reason why most of the bankers went to Connecticut to shop at Richard Mitchell's, because they knew about who they are. They knew about what they want, they knew about their wife's names, they knew about the dog's names, right? And that creates a long-term relationship, right? So to me, the answer is absolutely not. I love if she's going, oh, I have something for you. Great, let's see it.
Matt, how do you feel about that phone call?
Yeah, I like it, because I wouldn't do it otherwise. And I get the emails, and I never look at them.
You listen when I call.
Yeah, maybe you come and you say this is gonna look good, and I trust you, and we've been doing it for quite a while now, so. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do it if you didn't call me. And then I would resort to just kind of going back to my ways of shopping off the rack.
Yeah.
So.
How long did it take you to feel comfortable and establish a relationship with your stylist?
For me, it was immediate. She's an adult woman. I'm an adult man, so we can have like a very professional relationship, and I can be honest with her. And I guess I'm at an age where I could be candid and say this is what I'm looking for, and she could understand that. And so there was no pressure on her saying you need to dress this way or anything. I kind of knew what I wanted. I didn't really want to just look like a Nordstrom's classic look or whatever. I mean, I don't really want to look like that. So she was able to help me with that immediately, and yeah, it's been great.
What about Janusz? Do you have an answer?
Totally agree. Yeah.
Which means you guys save a lot of gas and timing, right?
No.
Because she comes to you.
But I
She
come
comes
to
to
you.
me, yeah,
When they
yeah.
listen you save.
Yeah, but I mean, I work here, so
Oh, I see.
I can shop here all
Oh,
day
okay.
long.
Well, see, and Janusz just walked in with a beautiful bag. I said, oh, is that something for me? He said, no, it's for my wife. I said, now he can shop for his wife because he doesn't have to shop for himself.
Oh, there you go.
And everybody wants someone like Janusz. He got her something nice. Anybody else have questions?
I just have a question. So my husband shopped J.Hilburn for a few years with the gal who lives in town. And, I think he buys an appropriate amount of clothing. He works from home now, you know, he gets as much as he wants. But her communication with us has been strictly through email. And, you know, which as you say, is easy to dismiss. So I'm curious how much, you know, some of the stylists here email versus phone call and how do you judge? Do you feel bad? I mean, like as an et cetera consultant, I am a little hesitant to call my clients because if it's on the cell, I don't know, what are they in the middle of it when I'm interrupting them? So I'm just curious
Because
about
you're calling women and guys are really, really different.
Yeah.
So these guys, if they're busy, they don't call me and they don't answer their phone.
Yeah.
But I keep calling them, or finally, maybe a month or two later, they're like, oh my God, Christine, I'm so sorry, I just haven't been able to get to you. And I really work hard not to add any meaning to the, I know Matt loves me, I know Janusz loves me, that's not, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
stood up here in front of a whole audience and declared that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm okay if they don't call me back. I just don't add meaning.
Text.
And
Yeah,
text
yeah,
works
yeah.
really well.
And I text my clients too, and they do like that too, and they appreciate appropriate persistence, they do, I mean, cause I know they're super busy, but, so I'm just curious like how much of the time call, yeah,
I do a mix of all of those.
okay.
Do you text, do you text each other?
Yeah.
Do you like text versus call? Depends
What do
on
you
the-
prefer?
I like, yeah, what do I like?
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the
Yeah, no,
spot.
I think you text and then you follow up with a phone call.
There
You're
you go.
just so, the key really is, you text, you tee me up a little bit and then you're like, oh, you gotta see this, let me come over, when can we set up an appointment? You're really good at following through. So, I mean, the key for success, and I imagine for you, is just you follow through. You know, like, okay, I'm gonna hear from you 3-4 times a year just because there's new stuff coming out and,
Well, and we've established
Yeah.
that that's about the frequency that
Yeah.
you're ready to check out what we've got.
Yeah.
Janusz, on the other hand, you just shop, we might not shop again for a little while.
That's true.
So, I might call you and say, I've got something cool, do you wanna see it? And I would send you maybe a text with a link,
That's right.
and then you'd be like, yes or no.
I was just gonna add that I think, you know, all stylists could do a better job of establishing with their client what form of communication they prefer. And that seems so basic, but I probably forget to do that a lot of time, which might be the thing that makes me feel hesitant. But if I had established that up front, then I'd feel like I had permission. I feel like that too. I don't often wanna call because I don't wanna interrupt but I use text a lot. Most of my clients prefer that, and I do know a lot of them think emails get lost. So I think it's just establishing what he prefers, and I think that was a good thing you brought up.
Anyone else? Questions?
I would say from a corporate side, our company does a really magnificent job. We have a woman, Casey Schilling, who's our chief marketing officer now, whose emails are just phenomenal. They're beautiful. Do you guys find that, I know a lot of my clients actually look at them for ideas and just, not necessarily that they're ready to buy right then, but they open them because they enjoy seeing the styles, and it's inspiring, right, for things that they may already have in their closet. So a lot of times as a stylist, I really rely on my company to provide that really professional look for our company, but then I'm the one who's the personal touch, right? Who's making the texting and the calls. So that sort of backs up the emails that you guys are getting maybe from the company. But I don't know, what do you think of the emails that we send out?
I look at them, like I said, I'm not gonna be that creative with them, and so what you do is you can say, this shirt would look good. She kinda knows what I wanna look, and so so
I'll
the
interpret it.
the corporate email is like somewhat generic, and you do a really good job saying, I think this would look good for you, and you're not interested necessarily in work clothes, but like a fun shirt, like I think this is a really cool shirt, and then I'm like, okay, I can't see it. I don't see that it's gonna be a fun shirt. And she was like, no, trust me, it's gonna be a great shirt. And then I'm like, okay. And then we get it, and I'm like, oh, I love this shirt. So, and it's the, you know, this stuff, like you said, you know, the collars, and then as I've gotten more compliments on them, then I trust you even more. So,
And that is the way it works.
Yeah, so that, for me, the corporate emails don't really work that much.
How about your wife? She likes the way you?
Yeah, and then I bought some clothes, I can't remember, I'd bash the name, but then she just still harasses me because they're really poorly fitted and low quality, and once I did that, I kind of stepped out of it in a way, you know. And I got the stuff, I wasn't happy, it took forever to get it, I tried to return it, and then I've got my money back, and I'm like, damn, this is a bunch of really kind of low quality people, and I think this company is higher quality. And so it's not the highest quality, and I don't really need the highest quality, I'm just gonna go out and get some drinks or whatever, so to answer, my wife loves it, yeah. She really
I
doesn't
always
want,
joke with him and say, is Cheryl gonna like it?
yeah, she doesn't really want me to shop anywhere else, so. Yeah, that's kind of how that goes.
How do you feel about the emails?
I think I like them for ideas, and it reminds me of connection with you. I don't look at every one of them. Yeah, maybe once a quarter, a couple of times a quarter. What I do find is that some of the styles are repetitive, and over the years I'm like, oh, I kind of seen them like last year. Not the same. So it's not much shifts. So there's like, I feel like there are boundaries. There's so many choices out there these days, right? And I think to me personally is because I have the connection, and that has more impact for me. I think I go for this rather than like a Stitch Fix box or some other boxes that I could buy. Because if I buy that box, then I have to spend time on alteration, and then like that just creates too much work. So I think this has a really meaningful like connection for me, and meaningful, like it's a much more better investment for me than going and buying a box out there. So it's kind of strange that we go back to like human connection.
It's trust.
Yes, and also Christine does not sell anything to me. She doesn't need to push anything to me. If I don't like something, she's like, okay, we don't like this, we're gonna move to something else. So she just suggests things, right? And sometimes she's like, look, I think you're gonna really look good in this, and somehow it does. It looks great. So that feels great. I don't have to like, you know, I don't feel like there's a pushy relationship here, like I have to buy something, right? It's about, oh, okay, you ready now? You ready now? You're not ready now? Okay, we'll talk to the month. That's okay. That works. It works for me. Yeah.
I think it is hard to get people, like I've tried to make referrals, and it's hard to get referrals, so that's kind of a negative of this job probably. Like say, friends of mine, they're just like, well, I'll just get.
You just need better friends, man.
Like, come on, you guys gotta look good. And I'm like, I don't want to spend money. I only know a handful of people, and so you have to hustle.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, and you have that capacity, and so I think it has to do with your drive, and I just have been sucked up in that. But I haven't really made any referrals, and I've tried, and it's hard to get guys to switch. You know, they're just lazy or whatever they are. I don't know what they are, but you know, I've been unsuccessful giving you referrals, and I have made an effort to give you referrals.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's a bad thing, maybe.
Well, and it's interesting because I contrast that. You know, I've had I was referred to someone else, and I was just thinking about this the other day, who has probably referred me 4 clients in the last year, all of whom basically wanted to redo their wardrobes. These are the perfect why he knows those guys, I don't know. But what you're saying is not unique, and I think a lot of men sometimes are uncomfortable talking to their guy friends about clothes, and it's like, you know, it's like, how do I kind of get in there? Unless they come and say, hey, God, Matt, you always have the best shirts on.
Right. Yeah,
Where do you get your shirts?
Yeah.
Then you know they're really interested in getting a cool shirt. But they're not like women. You know, we chat with each other all the time about where we shop for things and what we like. So in that regard, when you get the guys that, have those conversations with their friends, it's really different. So,
Are
you're,
gift cards a good entryway
Right.
into that?
Great.
So if you give a
So
man
give
a
your friends gift cards from J.Hilburn.
And then that's a free shirt.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Take that.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah. Especially like your big executives that you're working with, would work really well.
Usually how much is a starter gift cards?
Whatever you want to put it, you can choose.
Do we have it or we have to order?
You order them. Yeah,
Birthdays?
yeah. Anything else? I think we should give these guys a really nice
I hope you guys hit her up for a new shirt or something for taking your time out today. New shirt, yeah.
No clothes.
Thank you guys so much, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.